Hey friends, good morning. Myself AG sir from Samved School. In last lecture, we have discussed S block element, P block element, D block element, and F block element. And we have also classified according to its block. There is some physical and chemical properties having some difference due to its electronic configuration and due to its metallic, non-metallic and noble gas property. So today we are going to discuss again very most important topic. I have written two questions. First question is periodic trends in properties of element, and second, trends in physical property. So periodic trends in properties of element, explain what? So you just observe the place of element. It arrange according to increasing order of atomic number, and it arrange according to its physical property. Suppose we are going to discuss about the chemical reactivity. Before that, we will divide periodic table in metallic, semi-metallic and non-metallic part. So we are having, this is the simple periodic table, just it is the one imagination of periodic table. This is group 1, group 2 and group 3. Group 4, then 5, 6, 7, here is group 17 and here is group 18. So group 1 is known as alkali metal, group 2 is known as alkaline earth metal. As we go left to right, metallic property decrease. So this is group 1 metal, group 2 metal, group 3 also metal, group 4 it is semi metal. Means group 13 to we have classified in group 1 to S block element, then we have classified 13 to 18 P block element, then we have classified 3 to 12 D block element, and then we classified F block element separated in periodic table, that is lanthanoid series and actinoid series. So left side of the group or periodic tables, element having metallic property. As we go middle, metallic property decrease. At the middle of periodic table, carbon, silicon, Cassia, titanium, like that germanium are semi-metals, and after semi-metals, as we go left to right in period, we are having non-metal elements. So chemical reactivity of group 1 and 2 having the highest chemical reactivity. As we go left to right, chemical reactivity decrease. Again in group 17, chemical reactivity is high. Here is chemical reactivity is high. Here is decreasing. again it is high. First group chemical reactivity is high. 17 group chemical reactivity is also high. In middle part decreasing, then after it is increasing. As we go down to the group, chemical reactivity is increase. As we go down to the group, in group number 17, chemical reactivity is decrease. So high, first group high, 17 group high. In middle, as we go left to right, chemical reactivity decrease. In first group alkali metal, we go down to the group chemical reactivity increase. In group number 17, first element is having high chemical reactivity, but as we go down to the group, chemical reactivity is decrease. Here is chemical reactivity increase, here chemical reactivity is decrease. This is the periodic trends in property of element. Explanation is given like this in your textbook. When I am taking lecture, you are watching lecture, you must keep textbook with you and try to match my words with the textbook and try to make underline in important line, so it is highlighted, so that when you are reading again, important points must be highlighted in your mind. Kindly keep in your mind. Not only watch my lecture, also read textbook. Homework must be from the textbook, not directly match with my video lecture. Homework is not according to video lecture, homework will be according to your textbook. Now we are having another question, trends in physical property. So there are so many physical properties having element, melting point, boiling point, heat of fusion, vaporization. These are the physical property of element. But we will discuss very most important physical property of element, that is atomic radius. Second one is ionization enthalpy. Third one is electron gain enthalpy. Fourth one is electronegativity. These four are very most important physical property of element that is discussed in your textbook. So first we will discuss about the atomic radius of atom or atomic radius of element. Very most important topic. Let's see. So we have already discussed that the atom cannot be seen. An atom is so tiny, so we cannot see clearly in the atmosphere because it is invisible. But it is challenging question for us that how can we measure the radius of atom if we think the small tiny ball and want to make the measure the radius of atom, it is so difficult. Same way, simple size of atom is minus 1.2 angstrom. It means 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Simple size of atom is like that. So in angstrom it is the size, and it is very difficult to measure the size of atom. So how can we measure the size of atom? How can we calculate the radius of atom? It is very difficult. So scientists made one trick. Molecule, non-metallic molecule is measured the size between two atoms from the center. Suppose we are having Cl2, it is in form of two atoms, it is molecule. So two chlorine atom is like this. This is one chlorine, this is another chlorine. This is the center of two chlorine. This is the center of this chlorine, this is the center of this chlorine. And this measurement is two center, distance between the two center of chlorine. It can be measured. Suppose two center between two chlorine atom is 198 pm because it is measured in picometer unit. So this distance is 198 pm. So this is the half of 198 pm. So this distance, it is the radius of this chlorine atom. It is simple 99 pm. So measurement of chloride, radius of chlorine is proved that it is 99 pm picometer. So it is for the non-metallic molecule which is obtained in form of two combined atom. Same way, that is covalent bond between two chlorine atom.